Hello and welcome to the SS show. That was supposed to be the SMS show, but due to the Manjunath Bhai, I had to remove M. But still, this show belongs to Manjunath Bhai as far as to me. And this is your own show. This is the SS show, and we have come up here with KKR squad review and their chances and potentials for this IPL. I always say financial year. Sorry for that. IPL 2026, and I'm handing over the mic to our anchor, well-known Doc VM Manjunath. Go ahead, sir. It's all yours.
Well, thank you, Saurabh. So the IPL is starting just before the end of the financial year, so that is understandable. Like that kind of analogy of course, for all the corporate sector guys, it's a very big time landmark. So we are going to preview a team who has seen a strategy of seven captains from John Buchanan onwards, and has seen Saurav Ganguly as an icon player. And now we are in the Gambhir era, we can say that, along with Abhishek Nair, and they are turning a new chapter. And one of the men who have been very common and central to their fortune is Venki Mysore, who is still at the helm as far as the franchise is concerned. And they are looking for this season under Ajinkya Rahane to do better than the previous one. And they have a very good opening combination, which we hope that they will be able to open together. And so we welcome both Subhayan and Inder to the show. And I would like to congratulate Subhayan on concluding the very big sports conclave for Rev Sports. So if you
Very
would like
true.
to say a bit about the conclave, and then you can we'll go to the team preview.
No, it was a massive success. Firstly, thank you so much for inviting. And the conclave was a huge success this time around. We had many more cricketers coming in. We celebrated the 25th anniversary of that iconic Eden Gardens Test against Australia. Gautam Gambhir, after winning the T20 World Cup, was there, so that was also a huge session. And Ashwin, first time he was physically present with us in the conclave. So some great sessions. And hopefully next time it will be bigger and better. But massive congratulations to Goria and the entire Red Sports team for pulling this off. And it is never an easy task to handle so many athletes. We are not a massive 100 200 member team. But still with limited resources, what we did was commendable. And yeah, we move onwards and upwards.
But I like one thing. It's a past, I think 2-3 years we are following. The time you joined, from that time, I think we all are following your conclave. What I found out that this time was the most neat and clean one. The much no, not much like too much of buzz in terms of like people are coming, or it's all about the material. It's all
Right.
about the information that actually the
Mm.
form which everybody is looking forward to, and the way it was concluded. I was actually searching you to. I think your co-hosts over there or co-journalists have shared so many pics and all, and each and every time I'm finding this guy. What is this guy? I forget the name
Rohit,
always. Rohit. I always get Rohit,
yeah,
but I'm not never finding Subhayan, and then I have to write where is Kaptan. I think I'm sorry, I cannot write anywhere Subhayan, and then I remember you hate the word Kaptan. But again, it is the habit from the time your handle has got had suspended, and from that
Yeah.
time it is Kaptan. Bring back Kaptan, that hashtag, and I know exactly the person was behind is working with you guys, Vaibhav. So it's nice to see exactly the bunch of people are working so hard, and the way you guys are presenting all together. And I know exactly so many people are still talking about, YPU and all those stuff. We don't want to discuss all things here. But again, I think somewhere down the line, we are overboarded with the emotions, which we should not. And all the viewers, all the fans, whoever are watching us now, remember one thing, that whatever we listen, what we hear, what we do, it is all about the one-sided stories. There are always a second part of the stories, and it is to be said that you cannot clap from one hand. So it's okay. It's all your all individual wish. You can keep hating
yeah, and
people,
also
but
any readers who are interested in reading, you can get the book Banned Social Media Trial. I read it fully from cover to cover, and so you can have both sides of the story. Like since you mentioned that, so now we'll move on to the this season. So like just you can ditch your journalist hat for a while, and as a fan, what are your expectations from KKR for this season? Like
I
what do you
I
think?
have I have just one thing to add. Okay, yesterday when for RCB when Sayed had come, Sayed Bhai.
Yeah,
So I always
yeah,
remember we all know that how Sayed Bhai is competitive in terms of journalist, the way he
yeah,
questioned, the way he answered.
correct.
But in during that RCB one, first time I saw him that
Yeah,
he put the hat of a fan rather than the journalist, and he
right.
didn't able to give my answer that why RCB doesn't have a good leggy or proper spinners. He still was saying no, no, RCB is doing good, RCB blah blah blah. So it looks really like that people are coming
Yeah,
with a original sense of discussion rather than uh, whatever people can think one way. Here, I would like to say Shubhayan is a mix of journalists who actually mixing with so many people. We are missing Mama for sure because Mama's picks and all we saw Ajinkya Rahane. I have also one question with this that I heard 2 days back Ajinkya Rahane resigned from the captaincy, and then I saw I don't know it's a rumor or something I don't know, and then exactly what you say that we got to know Ajinkya is continuing. So there are so many other questions. So why the rumor? If you know that why the rumor was spread or anything like that, with the question our anchor Manju Bhai has asked, please go. Thank you. And the squad
See,
they have kept it here.
expectations from KKR, I mean, from the last 2 3 years, I think this is a very good side. Since they won the tournament in 2024, they have retained the core of that team. You know, the batting unit is very much similar, although they have added a couple of more openers in this particular side. KKR vibe is here. Always a great bunch of guys. KKR vibe and everyone, all the fan clubs who are KKR supporters. I think they are very good bunch of young people. So good to have you here. But expectations from KKR since that title winning year, I think the core of this team has always been really good. Last time around, I feel they messed up their batting unit, and this time around, they have the potential of messing up their uh, very much, a gun batting unit. That is something which I worry about. The bowling lineup again, you will be dependent on Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarthy to do the damage. Harshit Rana most likely will miss 80 to 90% of the IPL, if not the entirety of the IPL. There are high chances that he will miss the complete tournament. Matheesha Pathirana, the initial matches. So you will have to be dependent on Vaibhav Arora, who did not actually he picked up wickets last year, but he was expensive as well. Uh, so you will have to depend on Vaibhav Arora to come good. You will have to somehow depend on Blessing Muzarbani, who I feel can be there X factor with the ball this time around. Until the time till the time Matheesha Pathirana is joining. But again, this bowling unit is again those 8 overs will define what KKR do or what KKR won't do. The Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarthy overs, they will be missing uh, Andre Russell massively. I still feel that Andre Russell could have been retained for at least 1 or 2 more years, because yes, his batting returns were not that great in the last couple of years, but his bowling is something which always brought KKR or gave KKR those extra 2 or 3 overs. So I think KKR will miss that. His presence in the dressing room, although they won't miss his presence in the dressing room, is part of the squad as a coach now. But still, that the when a player is playing that competitive edge that someone like an Andre Russell brings, will be different. But this is a very good batting unit. They bat deep. They have some great power hitters. They are packed with power hitters. So if they get their batting unit correctly, they can of course achieve at least the top four. But as I said to start with, they have the potential, or they have that capacity to implode within themselves and get their batting unit incorrect or wrong. So let's see how it goes. But this is a they have some very good players in their ranks this time.
Kaptan, before we go to the another set of the like entire squad, if you do the breakup and all, it's fine. But I have few queries. Like yes, like why it's not showing.
Queries make me think about insurance basically. Always queries are raised.
Shubranil Shaha is asking any news on Akash Deep joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this entire list when the people are joining. Give me a second, I'll let you know. Give me a second.
Meanwhile,
So, so
in the
just meanwhile, go across to Inder. So basically, since like you're interested in spin and you're a spinner, I'll just ask you regarding Varun. So, what will Varun
Hmm.
be feeling going into the tournament? Like, because he's had a World Cup which was successful, but he's had a bad semi-final as well with a lot of lot of runs conceded. So, what do you think will be his strategy and how he's going to lead the attack?
Thank you for having me on the show, first of all. Secondly, yeah, Varun's form has been a little bit concerning. He has gone for runs and he has tried too many things when he's got hit for runs. But the good thing is that he's coming back to a setup, where he has evolved over the years. He'll have the company of Sunil Narayan, and who has been a mentor sort of a person for him. He'll be playing at Eden Gardens. He'll be playing at Calcutta. He knows the surface inside out, and that's the positive side for him. And as far as spinners are concerned, uh, like this happens after a certain point of time. The opposition or the batsman, they start reading you well from the hand. They start analyzing you. They start reading you, and they tend to go after you a bit. So that's not a concern. Everybody makes a comeback, and I'm pretty sure that he'll make a comeback too.
So you feel the new Varun will be more adept at having like able to get the batsman out in this edition. So
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on him switching his strategy? Like he's nearly changed his run up, set up so many things before the previous World Cup.
What I saw in the World Cup was he was trying to bowl very quick whenever he was getting hit. And as a spinner, as much as I know, as little as I know, that you need to get that bite of the surface, and that you only get that bite when you adjust your speed accordingly. I get it. He sometimes tends to bowl very very quick, and that I think is a cause of that entire mayhem that he has been facing in the World Cup. The moment he adjusts his speed, I think he'll be good to go.
And since KKR Vibe is listening in, thank you very much for joining. So there's one of the posts from KKR Vibe itself. It hints at Anukul Roy being an integral part of the squad. So I'll just take thoughts of both Shubhayanda and Inder on the same.
He had a tremendous domestic season this time around, especially Syed Mushtaq Ali. Although we talked about Ishan Kishan, he hogged the most of the limelight, but Anukul Roy with the bat, with the ball, he's an excellent fielder. And Anukul Roy, like Rinku Singh, in the when he did not become Rinku Singh, he was in the ranks for 3-4 years before he became Rinku Singh. I think this season could be Anukul Roy's breakthrough season in the IPL. He has been within the setup for the last few years, but again he has been used as impact player mostly or as a substitute fielder. He has not really gotten a chance to push his case as one of the starters in the playing 11. But again, as I said, you need to have that correct batting order to bring the best out of Anukul Roy. He can hit sixes, he can score quick runs, which he has showed in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He can bowl those defensive overs, left arm spin. But again, that will depend on what kind of pitch they get this time around at the Eden Gardens. If the home pitch is a bit supportive to their spinners, then I think Anukul Roy can play a major role. But despite that, he's a defensive bowler mostly, so you can utilize him in flattest of decks as well. If he can give you some economical overs. He can be a really handy player. But again, as I said, Anukul Roy, if he can bat at somewhere around that number 8 mark, that is his best position. 7, 8. He can't bat at number 7 with Ramandeep Singh in the setup. But number 8 is a position where KKR can look to give him those last 10 10 deliveries, 8, 9, 10 deliveries, if there's a case for him to come there. And if he can score, 20, 30 quick fire runs, then that can be really handy with the ball. I think Anukul Roy's contribution, if he's regular in the 11 or in the 12, we can say in the IPL, then his major role will be to be the restrictive bowler with the ball. give those 3 4 overs, economy rate of 8, 7.5, 8. If he can pull that off, I think it will be massive for Anukul Roy, the IPL player. He has had a great domestic season. So this time around, it is on Abhishek Nair, it is on the coaching staff, the leadership group to utilize him better and not just as a substitute fielder. He's too good a player to just be a substitute fielder in that KKR squad.
So your preferred 6, 7, and 8 will have Anukul Roy along with Rinku and Ramandeep. That is what you are hinting at.
You have a Rovman Powell as well. This is such a good
Yeah.
lineup. This is such a
Yes.
good lineup. Ideally, I would not pick Ajinkya Rahane in the playing 11. And this is
Right.
something which we were discussing in the Trailblazers conclave as well. Akash Chopra
Yeah.
said the exact same thing that if you are having Ajinkya Rahane in your squad, then you will have to open with him because he has to be your power play player.
Right.
Apart from that you don't have a space of bringing Ajinkya Rahane in that setup. And as soon as you open for say Ajinkya Rahane and Finn Allen for that matter. I'm pretty sure Finn Allen will open for KKR this time. Ideally, it should have been Tim Seifert and Finn Allen, but Finn Allen, Ajinkya Rahane, and that will again, if Cameron Green is batting at number 3, then you will have to make Ankrich Raghuvanshi play at number 4. So your top 4 is already locked, and I don't think they will use Rinku Singh at 5. Ideally, Rinku Singh should have been batting at 4. If I was the coach, I would have made Rinku Singh bat at number 4, carry that middle order phase, and then explode in the finishing overs. But again, Rinku Singh at 5, then you will have a Rovman Powell at 6, Ramandeep at 7. So that's a pack unit. And number 8, as I said, you have an Anukul Roy as well. Then someone talked about Tejasvi Daya. You have players like a Daksh Kamra as well, who has built a reputation of hitting sixes in the domestic
How
circuit.
this Tejasvi
Uh,
Daya is? I heard about this guy a lot. Can you please share a
I
little bit
think more
about?
than more than Tejasvi Daya, I think I find Daksh Kamra as a better prospect. Yes, Tejasvi Daya had a good DPL season, but Daksh Kamra with his hitting ability is a better prospect in that lower middle order. But I don't think neither will play in the playing 11. Ankrich Raghuvanshi is keeping. Yes, he has to keep because he has been training. I met Ankrich in the hotel the day he checked in, but he's more looking forward to contributing in any manner possible. He's still a junior player in your rank. Ideally, he should have been opening in place of Ajinkya Rahane, but at number 4, you know, he can contribute a lot more if he's opening the innings than just being at number 4. Number 4 is a very tricky spot in T20 cricket at a time where you are targeting 220 at least in IPL, at least. Then someone like an Ankrich Raghuvanshi who has that explosive power as well, but he's not your power hitter. He is a timer of the ball. So in pitches where ball won't come to the bat as better as we saw in the last couple of season. And I feel this time around, uh, in the World Cup venues now, the pitches won't be that easy to bat on. They are already tired pitches, so that is also a factor. But Ankrich at number 4, then you have a Sunil Narayan. You have to fit him somewhere at number 8, number 9. So where does an Anukul Roy fit in then?
So Sunil Narine
So
will not open this time, according to you.
ideally, if I am still in 2026, if Sunil Narayan is in your 11, then I'll again tell Sunil
11
Narayan,
minutes
go
as a
there,
batsman or
swing
11
your
as a
bat,
bowler.
in the power play. That's the best you can get out of Sunil Narayan. You know what he will bring to with his 4 overs. But with the bat, to get the best out of Sunil Narayan, opening is the spot. He was tried in the middle phase when Chandu Pandit came in. He was tried at number 4, number 5, number 6. He played in every batting position that was there, but he could not. He was not there with the bat. When Gambhir came in, the first thing he did was make him open, and he clicked. He won you the IPL with the bat. So if Sunil Narayan, see, even if he gets out at 10 or 5 or a single digit score or even a 0, that's a free wicket. So ideally, there are so many combinations which KKR can explore, but they will ultimately have to go with Finn Allen and Ajinkya Rahane, and that is something which I can't really digest with the kind of
Typhoid, you
batters. I
want to
don't
say
have
that
Ajinkya Rahane is an absolute legend, but in 2026 in IPL,
Yeah.
if we are, I'm not taking away anything from his leadership qualities, the way the qualities he brings to the table as a leader. But in 2026, if you are opening with Ajinkya Rahane, then I'm sorry, you are not
And
doing justice with the kind of players you have bought.
Kaptan, I have heard that you were talking about Finn Allen. It means the Seifert is not playing as per you in the top,
Yeah,
as
you
the top
can't fit in everyone. You can't fit in everyone. You will have your Blessing Muzarbani to start with as your first pacer. You will have a Finn Allen as
whoever.
your first opener. You will have a Rovman Powell and a Sunil Narayan. Your four is picked. Had Harshit Rana been fit, had the entire bowling department been fit, then there could have been a call that could have been made that I can't be go with an all India bowling attack and bring a team Seifert who can keep wickets as well in the top of the batting unit. But again, that is not possible if you are uh, putting both Ajinkya Rahane and Ankush Raghuvanshi in that batting unit.
And of course, and
And
KKR Vibe has also posted about a lot of drills against spin from Abhishek Nair. So you think they're going to opt for a little spin-friendly wicket, or they like no specific strategy as such? Like considering
They,
pacers are
they
injured,
won't they won't get the pitch as they would want.
yeah,
It's
because the
it of
curator of
who is
the
controlling the pitch this
of
time?
course it's accurate.
IPL
But
committee
but
or the individual team?
with this kind of batting lineup, I don't think they should opt for a spin friendly track. Yes, you have your Sunil
Right.
Narayan and Varun Chakravarthy, but they are not condition
yeah,
based bowlers. They can bowl
yeah,
in any condition. If they that's their day, they will bowl you an economical spell in the flattest of decks. You should support your batters. Tell them to smash 250 if possible. Go the Sunrisers Hyderabad way. That batting unit is scarier than Sunrisers Hyderabad if they can get every entry point right. They have those all the ingredients that is needed for an explosive masala biryani. But if they opt for a khichdi in Eden Gardens, then they are not doing justice with every masala that they have bought in the auction or they have built over the years. So I think, uh, as I said to start the session with, that they have that ability to implode their batting unit. They have the ability to mess up this entire batting unit like they did in the last season.
That's
and
true. And this time,
any update on Umran Malik? I saw his name in the squad. Just excited to see whether he'll feature or because now there is an injury. There's a hope maybe they may go. Go.
Yeah, that is where this issue of KKR squad lies. I think the bowling department is if someone asked me about Akashdeep, Varun Chakravarthy is checking in tomorrow. The Kiwi
Hmm.
players are checking in tomorrow, but there's no update as of Akashdeep and Matheesha Pathirana as of now when they are scheduled to come in. So I'm pretty sure Akashdeep, I'll check and let you know by tomorrow where he is right now. Whether he's at the center of excellence, whether he's on a vacation, wherever he is, I'll let you know, guys, by tomorrow. But as I was talking about the bowling unit, you have a Vaibhav Arora who will definitely start with the new ball. You have a Blessing Muzarbani now, who has to start in the absence of Matheesha Pathirana. So you have your two pacers sorted. You have your Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarthy, two spinner sorted. You have a Cameron Green who will of course give you 2-3 overs if needed. So you have your how many bowlers? Five bowling options sorted. Uh, and now with Karthik Tyagi there, Umran Malik there, they have not played a lot of cricket in the recent times. Karthik Tyagi has had his injury issues. Umran Malik was actually dropped from the Ranji Trophy
Yeah.
setup. Akib Nabi,
Yes.
Umran Malik was someone who brought Jammu Kashmir bowling lineup to our attention. But since then, someone like an Akib Nabi has completely taken over. If you mention Jammu Kashmir pacers, to anyone, the first name they will say is Akib Nabi, not Umran Malik, who was the top
Not
of the
on.
town 2-3 years back. So he has lost his way a bit. Bharat Arun wanted to work with him in the last season, but again got injured. But now there is no Bharat Arun. Dwayne Bravo is a completely different kind of a bowling coach. I'm not sure how good a bowling coach he is or how good he can guide someone like an Umran Malik who needs. I felt he needed Bharat Arun at this point. Uh, of his career where he has lost a bit of his footing. He needs someone to, guide him back to where he was 3 years back. And no better person than Bharat Arun for Umran Malik at this point. The same way he did with Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami had all the skill set, but he was not there in his mindset before he again broke through and did all the damage from that 2017-2018 phase onward. So then and credit he always credits it to Bharat Arun the way he helped him turn around his career there. So Umran Malik also needed that one season with Bharat Arun, but that is a gone case. But you know Akashdeep again. Akashdeep is not your T20 bowler, to be honest. He's your typical test match ODI match bowler where he will bowl those length deliveries
Like
consistently. In T20 cricket in IPL, I'm not sure how effective Akashdeep can be with the ball. So the pace department is somewhere where they will be dependent on a Blessing Muzarbani, they will be dependent on Vaibhav Arora to pick wickets in the power play, and they will be dependent on Cameron Green to not get too expensive with the ball. So if they get their bowling correctly, then very good. If they are not, then they will be dependent on their batting unit to do all the damage, take them to a score where opponents can't get there. So let's see what happens. K Asif is there with the squad. I saw him in the team hotel yesterday as well. So K Asif is there, but I don't know whether he's in as a net bowler's capacity, whether he has come as Harshit Rana's replacement or Akashdeep's replacement. I'm not sure whether Akashdeep is injured or not, but K Asif most likely is their net bowler for the season. But let's see.
I have one question here. Um, as we experience that most of the places, like most of the teams, like CSK, MI camp, they already started their camp and players join them. I think most of the players have joined them. But the same thing, I have not this time, especially this time, I'm not getting this vibe of having lot many teams are gathered with all their 100% capacity players.
Hmm.
So, what is the reasoning behind it this time? But generally, to acclimatize with the situation, to the field, to all mixing with the local players. Generally, 2 weeks before they join and all the day. It is now only 10 days to go. Precise 9 days between the first game and today, and we still see that key 50 to 60% overall players haven't been joined their respective franchise. What exactly the difference this time, and why this is exactly has happened this particular year? Is the World Cup or these tensions around, or
The World Cup is definitely a reason. After spending 1 2 months away from families, all the foreign players like to go back to their home, spend a week there, a few days with their family, and then join the squad. But again, as you mentioned, the war in the Middle East is also a major reason. Flight disruptions, airport closures are also two of those major reasons why these players have not yet returned back. For example, the West Indies squad. Uh, they were stuck in India. They were stuck in India even after getting knocked out from the Super 8 stage. But had they gone back in time, if everything was normal, they would have returned back by now. But since they had to spend those extra 5 6 days in India and now Caribbean, London, wherever they are staying, it's not easy. Dubai is the spot where Dubai or Qatar are two airports where generally all the flights come for a
yeah,
halt. But Dubai airport, sometimes they open, sometimes they are closing it. It's not normal. It's not a normal world we are living in right now. So that is also major reason. Sunil Narayan, as far as I know, uh, is stuck in UK. I think he's waiting for his transit visa to come. So as soon as he gets it, he will be uh, uh, flying in by day after tomorrow or whenever he gets that. So major disruptions going around due to war, World Cup delay of player departures, everything has played a role. Otherwise, by now you would have gotten your full squad for all the teams before. It's just how many days? 8 days to go.
9 days to go from the
Yeah.
first match to. I have one more question. This is directly as a till now we talked about the like who are joining and how exactly, etc., etc. Any news you have where exactly chances of any player, because due to the way the world is at this moment, especially the Iran and USA stuff, any player is any good player's name which exactly opting out, or any kind of information or the rumors exactly around that one particular good name player might not join, or still not they don't have confirmations. Like example, you said the Akash, there's no clarity in India. I'm talking about, he's in India, but still no clarity whether he is joining to the KKR when, today, tomorrow, day after. He didn't play anything. He was injured or not injured, that you know much better. But any news on the international players exactly anybody is opting out due to these kind of situations?
No, no, no. I have not heard anything as of like that. See, India is right now one of the safest countries. If you have to pick to spend 2.5 months in any country right now, you would probably come and play the IPL, be tension free, bring your family in if you want, and stay here for 2.5 months. Enjoy the hospitality here, play some good cricket, earn loads of money, and then go back. Within the next 2.5 months, by the time IPL ends, I'm pretty sure things will move towards normalcy in the Middle East as well, hopefully. I have not heard of any player. If someone is missing, that is due to injuries. Pat Cummins, for that matter, first half of IPL, he's missing it due to injury, which he picked up during the Ashes, I think. But nothing related to war in the Middle East.
And is there any impact of this LPG crisis in Kolkata at present, where you're staying? Just asking because you
I don't
mentioned the
think so.
war.
I think
Uh,
the ship was safely
yeah.
moved away from that Strait of Hormuz. So I
So
don't think
the incident
LPG.
then, yeah.
A couple of big restaurants, they had put up a warning that we have only 20 days of LPG left, something like this. But nothing major. All the major hotels. I was there at the ITC Sonar for last couple of days where the KKR team is staying. I don't think when it comes to IPL, they have all their backups sorted. They have all their backups sorted. So don't I don't think, and they all stay in five-star hospitality hotel. So they won't, at least in those hotels or stadiums, they won't have
They'll be
any
having
issue.
some alternative ways of cooking also, like in case there
Yeah,
is a
induction
crisis
is
also.
there. Induction is there.
Yeah, induction.
You always have that old school way of lighting up fire and
Yeah.
do that. I'm pretty sure, I'm joking. They won't do that. Any of the
Yeah.
five-star hotels won't do that. But you have inductions as well. But I don't think that will be an issue at all.
No, it happened with Viv Richards in the dressing room where Bob Marley made a bonfire in the back. Then he had to take him out. So, but that was a
Yeah,
different bonfire. So,
that was a different one.
yeah.
Manju bhai is at best, and that's why the reason I ask always Manju bhai to join us, because ultimately we can have lots of VTS stuff. But again, let's go to the some kind of memory lane when exactly we can see this KKR standings in IPL. So Kaptan or Inder, you guys go through it and find out. Apart from the winning the championship, do you think exactly from 2008 till 2025, apart from that three position, even though they might be in a league stage, they got out or somewhere like that. Do you think exactly any of the year had a great opportunity to win the match or win the IPL? Then the three they won it. Any year where you can say apart from the run up and all that is I understand, but in a league stage where exactly you had given the same thing, the same enthusiasm you talked about today and this squad. So, what do you think exactly that 2008 to 25, which of the years you think exactly KKR had a better opportunity, but they didn't able to materialize?
That 2020 season where they ended up as runners up, I think they had the momentum uh, in the last phase of the group stage to the till the final. They had that, they were unbeaten, they were winning all their matches, so they had their momentum till the final. But unfortunately, 2020, we all remember what happened. But I was disappointed in the way they finished in the last couple of seasons after Shreyas Iyer. They, as I said at the start, they had all the ingredients. They had retained their core after winning the trophy. But last year, somehow, I think they completely messed up their batting unit. They did not utilize it fully. Harshit Rana had a on and off season, he was picking wickets, but again conceding a lot of runs. Vaibhav Arora picking wickets, but conceding a lot of runs. The batting unit, there was a lot of things going on in the dressing room as well. Some of the players were not happy as well, but that's a different topic altogether. But they had all the ingredients to have a very powerful batting unit, but they somehow messed up the entry points and they messed up the entire batting unit. So last year I was pretty disappointed with how things panned out, because as I said, they had all the masalas to cook an explosive biryani, masala biryani, but they ended up making a khichdi out of it.
And is there any reason for the black jersey becoming purple, apart from the fact that, some superstition? Like, is there any information on that? Like, because for they were doing quite well with black. I know they had a few losses, but I used to love that black jersey, the Nokia one with the golden things. This.
I think there was something, I'm not too sure about it, but something from the broadcasters earlier. I think it's a decade back thing where they stopped using black in any of the team. No team uses black nowadays. So from the broadcasting point of view, I don't know. There was something, I can't recall it pretty much, but it came up from the top hierarchy that no team can use black and white, I think,
Hmm.
in their
Any
jerseys.
any
From
exclusive reason behind it?
No, I think there is. I think who's that jersey designer? Mohsin Kamal tagged someone. He designed the jersey
There's
of
some
the
Akib. He is some
Vani
Akib,
Vani
Akib,
Akib.
one.
Vani
Vani, Akib Vani.
But Akif
Akib
Bani
Vani.
has designed Indian
Akib
team, na?
Vani.
Indian team.
The Indian team, and he was giving. He made a thread. If you guys go to his X account and check,
Yeah,
he has made
yeah.
a thread where he said, NFL teams, F1 teams, they use their jersey color so brilliantly, but
Hmm.
IPL has a lot of restrictions due to the
Yeah.
color palette which broadcasters want them to use. You have so many sponsors to stick in the sleeves, to the
Hmm.
logos, chest, everything. So you have to manage, and every sponsor would want the originality of their logo to be there. So if someone has a
Mm.
white background, uh, you have to place it so that the white does not go away. If someone has a black background, you have to keep that black background as well. So the color palette are very restrictive in the IPL. So that is why we keep on getting the same red, blue, and the RCB, the current Rajasthan Royal jersey is a is very similar to what RCB wore last time around. The current
Right.
Punjab Kings jersey is very similar to what DC wore last time around. So they keep on shuffling it that way, so the all the sponsors can also get their originality maintained in those jerseys, plus the broadcasters also don't have any issues with that.
That's amazing. Because generally it's all over.
No,
Today
it's
morning
somewhat.
only actually
No, it is somewhat
VM
like
asked about.
Indian Oil petrol pump looks good on a navy blue background, but Bharat Petroleum looks on a white background. So maybe something like that. You think?
No, actually, when this much of money comes to the scene, na, uh, you have to give leverage to the brands and all. Because, for example, VM, I would like to today morning you tweet about that Manipal stuff and all. Imagine if it is
Ah,
not,
yes, yes.
if it is not on that purple one, if would
Yeah,
if Manipal's logo in some dark blackish, 90%
yeah,
nobody even imagine that
yeah. So
somewhere
it's
the high
it's
part of
like
the
just
left,
a yeah, it's like
non-playing,
a white
non-playing.
font. Yeah, whenever Ajinkya Rahane plays a back foot punch and the camera zooms, you can see the hospital name in the pocket. Like
That's true.
so,
That's even the
that's a
Manipal is
strategy.
buying
No,
when Manipal is
it's a
buying.
brilliant strategy. Like that space is available for sale. That is what fascinates me more. Like I never concentrated on pocket even when Donald or Stain was bowling at the most. There'll be only the whites will get dirty. There's no branding over there. So that is interesting. I found it.
Nice. So in the sense, let's go to the KKR top five players exactly who score runs. So we can see still the Gautam Gambhir. I have question here. Robin Uttapa, Andre Russell, Nitish Rana, and Yusuf Pathan. But you see the other teams. Go around the other teams. Most of the team has the highest scorer with Well, I'm not talking about the Virat Kohli for sure. He's 8,000 runs for RCB. But you say CSK, there are multiple players with the 4,000 plus runs. Then you go to Sunrisers, even you will get one player who exactly might have touched 3.5, 4. Same condition with the other Mumbai Indians, do you forget? They also have the 4, 5,000 multiple players exactly. But when it comes to KKR, when it comes to even the RCB apart from the Virat Kohli, why in a run scoring stuff, you are not getting brilliant. They represented by the brilliant players. Even Shubman Gill used to play for them. What is the scenario situation that none of them has even crossed 4,000? Is this the inconsistency, or they don't have the faith on specific batsmen? Might be possible they love all rounders and the bowlers, but when it comes to batsmen, they're not giving them a 7 year, 8 year, or 9 years ka rope. So what exactly you think exactly why KKR batsmen are scoring such a low scoring? It's a low scoring, I would say. When the 18 years or 19 years ka game you are playing and still nobody has reached out to 3,500 runs. That doesn't look good as a team. And T20 is a batsman's game. What do you think exactly on this?
See, the big reason I feel this is a very interesting question, but I feel KKR batters have not had a longer spell with the team. The names
Yes,
you just saw, Gautam Gambhir, Robin Uthappa, Yusuf Pathan, uh, Andre Russell, they were the players who spent the majority, Nitish Rana, they spent the majority of time with the KKR squad. Apart from that, whom did you have? Shakib Al Hassan, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, who spent majority of time but were not playing. Manish
Chris
Pandey,
Gayle.
he spent a lot of time with
Yeah.
KKR but has not played a lot of matches for KKR. Rahul Tripathi again, very impact kind of a player he was. He was not someone who used to score 40s and 50s regularly. He was someone who used to score 20s and 30s in an
2030.
impactful manner. Uh, and that is the main reason I feel they have not had players who's who has scored 600, 6,000, 5,000 runs consistently in that IPL top scoring charts. Gambhir was there for a longer time, top order batter. The batting unit used to revolve around him. Saurabh Ganguly played for a couple of seasons. Sunil Narine has opened for a lot of time, but again, he's your free wicket. Gambhir used to use him as a free wicket.
I
Yes.
have one question here
Mhm.
that it means we'll go to when we'll go to the next set of the top 5 bowler, you will see the complete change in the numbers, which is like each and every IPL team would love to have it. Somewhere down the line, what I found out that KKR, I mean, putting this bowler side slide also, you see exactly 180 plus wickets, 110 plus wickets, 80
Mhm.
plus wickets. Out of that, we can find out that apart from the Andre Russell, Sunil, Narine, and the Varun Chakravarthy is still playing, and there's chances that one will cross 200, maybe, and another will cross 100. It means that with the best of the scenario, somebody will 200 plus wickets plus 100 plus wickets playing together. Still, the overall championship number is absolutely 3. It's not less, but
Mhm.
still expected to be more when you have such a strong bowling lineup. Somewhere
Mhm.
down the line, do you think that management they pick such management who believes in all-rounder or the multitasking player? That's why the reason batsmen, as a pure hardcore batsman, you are not getting opportunities, or they are not giving them the ample time to set up to a particular position. That is the situation. What kind of mindset comes to the scene here? Because I think it's a mindset game. Like Gambhir loves all rounders. That's why the reason Sundar played that particular one match also. But because he's an all rounder, we also know that exactly he's all rounder in the Test match. But he's playing in the T20s. Do you think exactly that this is the mindset from the management, or how? Because you know KKR much better than anybody else. I think
No,
in
no,
this
no.
scenario at this moment.
See, right now, from the last 2 3 years, we are seeing 6 players, 7 players being retained. Before that, it was just 3 or 4 players. And KKR had fixed two fixed players who were always retained, Andre Russell and Sunil Narine. And apart from that, when Gambhir was playing, Gambhir was one of those players. When Kuldeep was playing, Kuldeep I think got retained
Even
once or
Shreyas Iyer
twice.
didn't get an opportunity post it was really matlab, Gill.
Ah, that was
They
a
released.
that was a different story which clears a year what happened
Yeah,
behind the
no,
scenes.
but
But
that the like players like Gill and Iyer didn't even get
yes,
retention.
Shubman Gill, releasing Shubman Gill was one of the biggest blunders. I think I'll hold it. After Rashid Khan, after Sunrisers Hyderabad, Rashid Khan, Shubman Gill, KKR had to be one of those bigger blunders in IPL. But I think retention wise, KKR always picked Sunil Narine and Andre Russell. That is why you will see Sunil Narine in the bowling charts and Andre Russell in the batting charts, because they have been in the team for the last 10 years or so. Apart from that, Varun Chakravarty, you saw that name. He has been in the team for the last 3, 4, 5 years till he came in the KKR setup, and that's why you are seeing his name in that wicket taking charts as well. But as I was saying, in the batting unit, you did not have someone like a Virat Kohli or a KL Rahul, or for that matter a David Warner, around whom the batting unit revolves for those particular teams. Sunrisers Hyderabad for David Warner, Virat Kohli RCB for him, KL Rahul. You will see him in that chart, but he has played for multiple teams now. For Punjab, when he was there, he used to score bigger runs, 600 run season, 500 run season. So need those seasons to be in that statistics chart. You need those seasons to come consistently. And if a player, for example, a Manish Pandey is playing for KKR for the last 10 years. 3 years he did not play much. But the next 3 years he played a good season for the 1 year, but you could not retain him because you had to retain other players. So he went to some different franchise where he played or not played. So you did not have that consistency when it comes to the batters. And for that matter, to be honest, really, no batter has given KKR that kind of a 600 run season. Robin Uthappa, I can recall. Gautam Gambhir, I can recall, but no other batter has given uh, that kind of a season where you will put his name at the top of the chart, that we are retaining him ahead of Andre Russell and Sunil Narine, or along with Andre Russell and Sunil Narine. So that
Oh,
is
you
also
wanna
also a
so
factor. Manvinder, take the example of Manvinder Bisla. Who knew Manvinder Bisla? But he
hmm,
won you. He played the final and won you the tournament. But you will never see him in that statistics chart. But you will always associate, if you talk about KKR trophies, you will remember that knock by Manvinder Bisla. So
Correct.
that is kind of an impact which KKR players have bought. Someone, regardless of whether they are the top scorer or wicket takers, they have always put their hands up in the crunch situation when it matters, and that the 3 seasons they have won the tournament in.
that's true. And I have this Pathirana guy situation. What is, because right now your team is exactly
He'll be fit. He'll
completely
be fit. He will be fit.
in.
He's rehabbing. He's in the final stages of his rehab. So even if he miss, it will be the initial 3, 4 matches, but he will play a part definitely.
It means that when it comes to the lineups, but before the lineups, before we come to the lineups and the going towards the last end of the live, just find out this KKR little bit small trivia here. Like, we are the 3 times IPL champion. That's correct. Okay. They have the one of the highest record, 9 matches continuous winning. That's correct. IPL's fastest century weighted by Isu Pathan didn't make it, right? No, this was the Iceland Royals,
He's
if
a
I'm not
punch.
wrong. Okay, Isu Pathan for them. Again, Mumbai Indians, right?
I don't remember. I'm very bad with
Ma-
numbers.
same. So, so in this case, so it shows that the numbers are not that amazing. When I went to the trivia point of view, now I didn't find any kind of that amazing trivia apart from the bowling point of view. So
Yeah,
what
Sunil
do you
Narine
think?
was there, 180 plus wickets. He's the only consistent bowler that they have had
Not
in the last
not
10 years.
the other no other possibilities. There's not enough runs to chase only. If Narine and Chakravarthy are taking wickets, then the scores will also be less. That was a possibility.
Yeah, plus one of the factors that you won't find KKR batters in that top run scoring charts is because in before the last 3, 4 years, when the KKR surface has become a bit flatter, it was all low scoring matches there. Under Gautam Gambhir, you would always see them 140, 145 score being scored and defended there. So that is also one of the factors. You won't find someone having a 600, 700 run season.
That is the biggest problem. That's where Manju, I don't think exactly it's getting little tougher that they always have a competitive team, but when it comes to deliver the result, it is like ballers and all rounders come to the scene rather than a
Yeah,
batsman whom you can say. And when a batsman comes and winning you the series, series or the championship, and you ask him whatever the situation, you ask him to release, you want to release them, you release, and you buy somebody for 23 cr. You cited that you can't pay a money to X person, but you are buying Y person for more than what exactly he was expected. Whatever the rift might be with the management, that's none of our concern as a fan. But when it comes to the money, don't you think exactly somewhere down the line, um, it looks like that the management either little confused while choosing the numbers, or they want to go ahead like a horse side, one sided one. Now, I need ballers and all rounders or the loyalist of KKR. There's something like that. It is because I think after DC, especially DC, you see exactly always release 8, 7, 8%, 9%. Kings 11 Punjab always release 10%,
so,
11.
so that always happens. Like when you're searching for the trophy, you tend to release more people because I think every year they must be meeting. They will have the analysts and the team, and these franchises will have to do something different to so that we can assemble some a squad which can get us at least to the last four or do a better standing. So that could be the reason why DC and these teams release more players. Whereas KKR mostly they hang on to people up to a certain time frame. That is for sure. So you may not have many long term like they don't carry many passengers as such, but you see like Narine and Russell have been there for the longest time. So that connection with the fan base is there. They have a loyal connect.
But same condition if you see Manju Bhai with the KKR, because when we'll come to the last 5-10 minutes of live we have, don't you think exactly that the management like needs to take more tough calls in terms of in the way uh, RCB brought in coach like Andy Flower, and we could see the changes. They ensure that it's a team rather than individual powers, which Chris Gale even told last year before the IPL, right? It wasn't look like a team. It was like they were favoring like top 3, 4 players only. That's it. But now it's
Yeah,
a different case altogether. But KKR also brought in some tough master like Chandu Pandit.
yeah.
They could have been brought in somewhere else who exactly who could have been making
He
sure that
yeah he didn't like sleeveless shirts actually, so there was a problem with that as well. So
that. But then, as per you, Kaptan, what exactly you think? What is the remedy out of it? Because you won 3 times, dude. It's not like 1 time or 2 times. You won 3 time championship. Still, you are struggling. Still,
No,
still
no,
you are struggling to
KKR
find.
finished. KKR finished in the playoff last season also, so that
yeah,
is not a struggle at all. I don't think they have struggled really, really badly in the last 2, 3 years. As I said, they are a very, very good side on paper. They just need to get everything right to turn it into a title-winning team. This is not a bad side at all, and with this squad, I don't feel they should. If they finish behind below the playoff zone, then I will call it a playoff. I'll call it a failure. But if you are in a ten team tournament, if you are finishing in the
yeah.
top four, fighting for that, that's a success. I would say that's not a
Okay.
failure at all.
In this case, now I ask a question from both of the you guys. Generally, I ask this question at the last one of the last questions. Top four and bottom four team for you this year. Starting
And
with
I
Manju.
have not even looked at all the scores of all
No
the
worries.
all the
No worries. It is like it's a narration of the mind. Especially we who watch the cricket, we know exactly what's going on. Our four and our bottom fours are there in our mind. You up mano ya na mano, it is there in our mind. Manju bhai, you also ready with your squad. Let it be Kaptan, go ahead, please.
Hmm. Top four MI has to be there. Mumbai Indians number one team. They will have to be there. Let me quickly look at. I'll keep KKR also. Let me quickly look at this squad. How is Delhi Capitals looking?
Three, top four.
Delhi
Because
Capitals, their batting
because
unit.
because in last two because in last two of the team reviews of the
CSK,
GT and
I'll keep
RCB,
CSK there. Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings. You have a Royal Challengers Bangalore also. I'll
and RCB is strong team. What I found out this time,
I'll
GT is
keep
like
RCB. You have a Punjab Kings also. It's a very
Yeah,
tight.
it's
I
very
think
close this
Mumbai
time.
Indians, Chennai Super Kings, RCB, and one between Punjab and KKR. KKR will depend on how their bowlers are bowled.
bottom four.
Bottom four, yeah. Bottom four.
I'm giving the
So
two name. I think
I have picked five. I have picked five. The remaining five teams are
no,
in
no,
the
no,
bottom of
no,
the
no,
list.
no. There are three teams exactly in the last two of the reviews. What we did, three teams were really common. Top, bottom four में LSG, DC, and RR. These three people kept them low, the bottom tier.
Below,
Reasoning, they said that because of the past few years' experiences, what they have gone through, and especially with the RR, they don't have any kind of that. Sanju Samson also left there. So there are so many hollow things are there at the present.
then
So
I'll keep DC, LSG, RR, and one more team. Na Hyderabad's bowling is not that great, so I'll keep Hyderabad.
mm, you want to say the Ishan Kishan's debut captaincy is not going to be any
No, he's
kind of
not. He's a
impact there.
stand-in captain. They are expecting Pat Cummins to come in at
हाँ
some
हाँ
point.
मतलब अगर फर्स्ट फोर में आपका अगर दो जीत जाते हो तीन जीत जाते हो तो क्वाइट ऑब्वियस इट इज यू हैव टू विन ओनली 5 मैचेस इन द रिमेनिंग
So these are
अगर आप
not serious prediction. I just looked at the
नो नो नो
squad randomly and made a.
not serious prediction but exactly see like when we started the World Cup what we thought India gonna to win by 60%. Although we never thought that New Zealand will reach to the finals. But we said that we kept the New Zealand as a top four, right?
Yeah,
So if that kind of stuff changes, so after
yeah.
three, four,
I was
three, four
more
games,
for Sri Lanka, but Sri Lanka shocked us by going out early. I thought Sri Lanka will do
Zimbabwe,
well, but they didn't. But they didn't
Zimbabwe
do that
has.
well. Yeah, Zimbabwe surprised everybody. So
So VM, what's yours, Doc?
yeah, so mine is my theory is one is that in the middle muddle these two people with their RCB and LSG, so they may be struggling for run rate. So if that happens, then you may have a top four with MI, CSK, and KKR. Okay, so these are some in the three they can be in any order. So the fourth team will be it depends on from this bottom four which one is having a better run. So that is the thing. So RCB and LSG may finish on same points and run rate they might miss out. They might just miss out on the qualifying. So still like from the previous lives which I have been following, I don't think it is right to write off DC or RR. Although on paper they may be looking as not having anything.
Because the match
So
hasn't started, we don't know. We are just
yeah.
predicting as per their past experiences and the changes that happen in the squad. And right
No,
now,
because
the mental
it is
conditions.
quite possible that after 7 games we have 4 or 5 teams on 6 points or 4 points. Then that again the whole calculation RCB fans the calculator will start again. So
We'll bring this
so
top
don't
four and
yeah
bottom four that time. Don't worry.
yeah. So that's why.
So in toto, we are at our end of the table. What is the top 11 for you and VM? Please write. Please check your squad and give us the. Please check your squad here if you want and give me your top 12. Actually, who will be your X factor as a 12% because we still have
With
that.
everyone fit, I'll make the best 11 with everyone fit, keeping
Sir,
everyone
sir,
fit.
sir, 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 you can't say that. At this moment, you know the correct situation. Make a team
So I'm
out of the.
holding everyone fit
So you
at
wanna
this
say that
point.
as a fan, you are saying, as a journalist, you are saying. Then you have two teams, as a fan, as a journalist, because you also know that's not the scenario. And I can't believe it that everybody will be fit and fine by the first match because so many people
No,
will not
everyone
join.
won't be is not fit, but I'm just holding just to make. So
Okay, then you give the two teams
you
as a
want
fan.
my best playing 11, or you want which
No, no.
what playing 11 KKR can field in the first match?
Yes, that is the thing. First match, the
Acha,
best,
first match.
the best 11.
Ajinkya Rahane, Finn Allen, uh, Ajinkya Rahane, Finn Allen, Cameron Green, Ankriksh Raghuvanshi, Rinku Singh, Rogman Powell, Ramandeep Singh, Anukul Roy, Sunil Narayan, Varun Chakravarthy, Vaibhav Arora. I think this will be the start. Or Blessing
And the
Muzarbani. I think this will be the start.
X factor,
Huh?
X factor, the 12th man who may play on the first or second inning.
Blessing is playing. I think. See, it will depend on whether it's a bowler or batter. X factor can be Umran Malik if he gets everything right and bowls at the pace that he always bowls.
So you will keep not and keep not. You won't keep an all rounder. You will keeping a quality pace
No,
bowler or a spinner.
I kept Rogman Powell, although he's not bowling that many overs. Cameron Green is your all rounder. Sunil Narayan is your X factor. They have so many players. Finn Allen can be your X factor if he gets going, and
So fifth
the
cricket.
pitches are flatter. Then he can be a dangerous, really dangerous player. Varun Chakravarthy is there, so there are many X factor players in this setup.
No, no, no. I'm talking the X factor in the sense of top 12 on that day. For example, you have the sheet,
Acha,
no? Impact player. That is the X factor for me.
impact player. Umran Malik can be that guy.
Cool. VM, what yours?
Yeah, I don't know. I see. I am trying to fit both Allen and Seifert, but it won't happen. So my choice
Yeah.
for overseas will be Finn Allen, Rowman Powell, and Blessing Muzarabani are like almost fixed. And then I don't know how they may consider Rachin Ravindra. Like, of course, the transit visa has to come. Assuming that, then Sunil
No,
Narine
no,
will be the
Sachin
fourth.
Ravindra and all the Kiwis are coming tomorrow.
They're coming tomorrow. Okay. So if Sunil Narine is coming, then there's no place for Rachin Ravindra. Then maybe he may come as an impact player, but then it changes the combination again, like
You
having
cannot
three
do that.
overseas and then selecting. So that way, then the impact player can be Anukul Roy. Although I would like to make him bat at 8. I agree with Shubhayan what he said, but
Great. Then with this, what do you think exactly, Shuman, that with at the end of the show, what do you think exactly that KKR is winning this year, or who is the winner for you at this moment when the IPL hasn't started, and we are only predicting on the basis of their whatever the changes they have made in their team and the way it looks like at this moment. Who will be winning the KKR's chances, and as per you, who can be a winner this year?
Mumbai Indians looks the strongest, to be honest. Mumbai Indians are looking very, 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 very strong as an
Rohit Sharma is
entire
the
group.
meanest player at this moment. So
Every hit,
lean.
right? If you
No, no,
pick
I'm
their
just saying.
all four, Bumrah, Hardik, Rohit, Surya,
They all have, they
the
all
core
have the weight
is
of
an
winning.
insane core. But they are
Insane.
looking very good. I think my pre-tournament favorites are Mumbai Indians. KKR, I think with the bowlers injured, Pathirana, initial stages, Harshit Rana for 90% of the IPL, I think that will hurt KKR here. They should qualify for the playoffs, but title it will all depend on how they qualify. Top two, top four, three or four will pose a different challenge. Top two can make things easier for them. So it will all depend. But first priority should be to qualify for the playoffs. But my pre-tournament favorites are Mumbai Indians.
Awesome. And with this, VM, please close the show for us because already we have crossed the time. Sorry,
yeah.
Kaptan,
So
that.
we had a very enlightening discussion with Subhayan. So really, I feel they have a really good chance to finish third or fourth. And of course, from there, meet RCB in eliminator. What better, it can be from. So
Another 49.
yeah,
Hope the RCB guys are listening. Hmm.
yeah,
Another 49. So with that, thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
and
Kaptan.
of course,
Uh,
and Kedar Jadhav was the top scorer in that 49. So tribute to Kedar Jadhav.
Thank you so much with those things. With that, good night, Shubharatri. Thank you. Bye bye.